The first of 4 expansions in the $50 season pass was released. It's called Outer Rim. This is our first look at what future DLC will be like. This DLC pack will either make you happy with your $50 purchase, might make you furious, and it even might make you fucking pissed about spending your money on something hollow. Let's take a look. There are a lot of little tweaks in this DLC pack. Small things like Vader's health being increased by 150 points, and things like increasing impact grenade damage from 90 to 100. These are, I guess, patch notes, but they're tacked onto the expansion, whatever. These aren't what we really care about, right? We want the meat and potatoes, the juicy new maps, the super fun new game mode, the heroes, guns, power-ups, and star cards. That's what we're here for, right? That's what will justify forking over a total of $110 for the game. Well, you can check out the specific details of everything on various websites, but this video will be my overall feeling of the Outer Rim DLC and how I feel about buying the season pass as a whole. This is just an overall personal opinion. If you're looking for a review video that scrutinizes every tiny detail, you might want to look elsewhere. This will be pretty broad. The new game mode is called Extraction. Quote, Rebel forces have entered some of the most dangerous places in the Outer Rim in order to extract a valuable shipment of resources. Now they must bring the shipment to their transport ship before time runs out. The Empire has arrived to stop them from reaching the extraction point. Close quote. The new game mode is actually a lot of fun. It's chaotic. Escort the supplies if you're the rebels, stop the supplies if you're the Empire. Like I said, the new game mode is fun, but they're all fun, right? All the modes are fun. I mean, honestly, Extraction feels a lot like all of the other modes. Droid Run, Cargo, they are all very similar. The mode that most people play is Walker Assault, so I'm disappointed that we didn't get a new map for that mode. A new mode just kind of feels like something that I didn't really want or didn't necessarily need. I'd rather the focus be on maintaining Walker Assault and the other more populated modes, and not necessarily just a new mode. We have a lot of modes. Some of them are great, some of them feel like filler. I said that in my very first Battlefront review. Yeah, the new maps, they look fucking awesome. They look amazing. This entire game looks fantastic. Everyone knows that. I giggled like an idiot when I saw the new maps, but the flash quickly dissipated for me. I was really hoping for a Jabba's Palace Walker Assault map, something like that. One of the best things the DLC update patch did was overhaul the multiplayer menu. It makes it easier to just drop into a game. With a click of a button, it will match you up with a random game mode, and it will cycle through game modes after your current game. I didn't think I would like this at first, but it actually makes me play game modes that I normally wouldn't play, forcing a little variety on me. You don't have to participate in this, of course, but it does somewhat fix the issue I've had on the PC at least with finding a game. You can pick specific modes or pretty much go random. This seems to just be more of a fix to patch the population issues more than anything. Necessarily so, in my opinion. Okay, let's do the math. The actual Battlefront game that came out in November was $60. It included 9 game modes, basically 15 multiplayer maps if you count Jakku. It had 6 playable heroes, 24 star cards, and 11 weapons. Alright, let's look at the season pass. All we have right now is Outer Rim, so let's take the contents and multiply it by 4. Is that fair? I think it's fair. Outer Rim contains 1 new game mode, 2 new heroes, 4 new maps, 4 new weapons, 10 new star cards that get unlocked by HUT contracts, which I don't really fucking care about. And the rest of Outer Rim is basically just a patch. So if we multiply it all by 4, which I think is fair, hell, it might be more fair than what the actual contents will be, but whatever, it's all we have to go by. The entire season pass will contain an estimated 4 new game modes, 8 heroes, 16 maps, 16 weapons, and 40 star cards. It could potentially contain more than the initial game, which, hey, that could be a reason to justify buying the season pass. Expansion packs have been a thing for a few decades now. They're nothing new. I used to buy all the Diablo expansion packs, I used to buy all the Sims expansion packs, and I bought the 2 Half-Life 2 episodes. Expansion packs are nothing new. I've owned many over the years. So is this really that much different? The argument is that the initial release didn't feel like a fully formed game. I can see that point. I don't fully agree, but I get it. I sympathize. When I look at each DLC pack as its own entity, its own expansion pack which costs individually roughly $12.50, I can justify purchasing the season pass that way. But there's just not enough content in it for me to stay interested. I can see the appeal of it for gamers who like to unlock everything and try to complete challenges. The hut contracts are great for you, but I like new maps. Call me shallow, but that's really all I'm looking for. And that brings me to the big question. Is the season pass worth it? I understand that only one DLC pack has been released, but Outer Rim is a foreshadowing of what's to come. So is the season pass worth it? Well, if you're a Star Wars fan, yeah, I suppose so. But if you've already logged a lot of hours in Battlefront and are burned out with it, I don't know if there's much incentive to purchase the season pass. I really don't think there's much here to make you want to log more hours into the game. Sure, there are 4 new maps, and if you're someone who likes putting hours into completing challenges, you'll probably love the expansion. I was super excited for the DLC. I didn't really look into what was going to be in it. I didn't follow the news about it really at all. I expected so much more than what we actually got. I expected a Walker Assault Jabba Palace map. I expected a lot more than a new game mode. That really isn't that different from other game modes. 2 new heroes that I don't really care about playing. A few new guns and a few new star cards that I don't really have a desire to unlock. I don't want to put in the hours. As soon as I discovered what hut contracts were, I instantly said, "Welp, I'm never fucking unlocking those." I just don't have a desire to buy challenges and complete challenges using items and playing game modes that I don't play with or play in the first place. You might be different than me when it comes to what and why you play, and that's fine. To each his own. But do you know what sucks the most about the Season Pass DLC? Something I didn't even think of until just now. It's the fact that now the player base is split in half. It was hard enough to get a game going on the PC during the day. Now it will probably be even harder. You'll have the DLC owners occasionally playing maps and modes that non-DLC owners don't have, which will pull players away from other players, making it even harder to find a game. That's just a prediction. I don't know how it will all work out over the following months, but if the past is any indication of the future, it's gonna be hard for me to find a game. So, for me, dividing the season pass by 4, I paid $12.50 for 4 new maps. The rest of it feels like filler. The rest of it, I'm just not that interested in. And I know they probably worked hard on everything. I know a lot of man hours went into creating all the new bells and whistles, but those bells and whistles were not what I was looking for. Is the season pass worth it? Well, if you want more Battlefront content, I guess so. If you have some disposable income, sure, toss it into the piggy bank. If you enjoy the monotony of unlocking everything, hey, be my guest. For me, I'm still gonna play Battlefront, but the Outer Rim expansion feels like a chocolate Easter bunny. You bite into it expecting a mouthful of delicious sweetness, and then you realize you just got the exterior. It's hollow. There's no chocolate in the middle. And you want chocolate in the middle. You like chocolate. You're just eating the outer layer, the outer rim, of what should be a bunny full of chocolate. Where's my chocolate? I want my chocolate!
With you, it cannot be done.